Hello everyone. Just wanted to do a quick video showing you how to set up the virtual networking for the VMs we'll be using over the course of the trimester. There'll be a couple of different network configurations we'll be using, so I'll just show you how to set up the most complicated one, and then you should be able to go from there and set up the simpler ones as we go along. So if you take a look at the slides, which are also on CloudDeacon, you'll see that we're going to have two virtual networks. One of them will be sort of a simulated public-facing network, and the other will be a simulated private network that we'll want to gain access to over the course of the trimester. So let's start by looking at pfSense. So pfSense is a firewall and a router that's going to give other virtual machines access to the internet while protecting them from being attacked from outside our network. Alright, so let's take a quick look. So first of all, we have the connection to the internet. So right now I've got it unbridged. If you're running it on a personal computer, on a personal internet connection, that's fine. If you're running it on Deacon's network, you'll want to go to NAT, and that just saves us from having to register the virtual MACs with Deacon's network. So this is sort of the easier scenario. And then this is the connection to our simulated publicly facing virtual network, and you'll want to make sure that your promiscuous mode is set to allow all, so we want to be able to receive packets that weren't intended for us without the security policy of the virtual machine shutting that down. So that goes for all our VMs here. Alright, so I'm going to start this VM, normal start. And while that's going on, let's take a look at our XP machine. So XP is the machine that's going to sit between our publicly facing virtual network and our simulated private one. So here we've got one NIC card on the internal network, and again allow all, and the other one on internal network 2, and again we've got allow all. Then we've got our Metasploitable machine, and that should be only on our internal network. So this is the machine that we'll want to try and gain access to. So this should be on the simulated private network, and we see that it is, and again it's on allow all. Alright, and then we'll also have our attacking machine, our Kali machine, and this should be on our public facing network, simulated public facing network, and again we see that it is, and we don't want it to be on our simulated internal network because that's what we'll be trying to gain access to, and it's cheating if we allow ourselves to hook up directly. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start this machine, and while that's going on, let's go back to our pfSense. Where's my pfSense? Here we go. Alright, so if it's working right, you should see sort of two connections. One of them, this is your external connection, and this is your internal virtual network. And if you want to go into the shell, you type 8. If we type ifconfig, should get something like this. Alright, so let me pull up my Kali machine here. So the password for this should be root tor. And let's connect to the pfSense configuration, web configuration system. Alright. See if make sure you can see this here. Alright, so let's go back to the shell here and see what our IP address was. So 192.168.1, and I'm going to add an exception here. Alright, so it should be admin pfSense, and that is correct. So this gives you access to all the settings for your pfSense. Again, if you're running on the Deacon network, you'll want to set your DNS forwarder to be on, and you'll want to turn off DNS resolvers because Deacon's security policy doesn't allow us to do our own DNS queries. We can only forward them on to to Deacon's DNS server. And as we go through the course of the trimester, hopefully you'll gain some insight into why that should be. All right. So that should do the trick, and that should provide the basics of setting up your network for the course of this trimester. All right. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thanks.